Hello there, I'm Deborah Wilkes, and I'm delighted to be sharing my vision board, my story with you today. I wanted to begin with my pride and joy. That's my multilingual, multicultural family that you can see here in the center. This is me with my husband Javier Santana from Mexico, and this is our son Jack Santana, who was born here in the United States, but really is a complete mishmash of the two of us. I say multilingual because my son reminds me every day that I speak British and not English like he does. So we truly are a multilingual, multicultural family. And my child, Jack, really does flip-flop between the different cultures every day. He speaks with a southern accent in English and can be heard speaking with a British accent one minute, southern in the other, and then turning around and speaking to his father in Spanish. So I'm very proud of both of my boys. And this is, for me, is really the center of who I am and what I do, because even in my studies, multiculturalism and bilingualism, multilingualism has always been a great passion of mine. I came from a very monolingual, monocultural background, born and raised in England in a little tiny village that was a coal mining district, very close-minded in that respect, didn't have many people coming in and out from other places. Although fascinatingly, I just had this passion for languages right from the get-go, and really that flourished for me in school. So I put a lot down to the education that I got, even way back in that small town. But when I got to college was really where my passion for discovering the world and learning languages and meeting people really took off, when I got to meet an array of different people coming to study in London. I went to college in London. I have a bachelor's degree from London in international studies and languages, multiple languages. And then I moved to live in Spain. I lived in Spain for several years before I came to the United States. And that's where I went on and got my teaching degree in English as a foreign language. And really, I find my passion. I realized that teaching was me. So here I have two visuals that I've put on this vision board to represent these two ideas. One is that I really am a world traveler. Haven't traveled to a lot of places, but I have traveled to some, and I've lived in different places too. But it's my passion to meet and know different countries and different cultures. And really, I truly am a teacher at heart. I really did find my passion. Never in college did I believe I would become a teacher, but this was my path. And to this day, even though I'm not currently in the classroom, I am a program coordinator with the Cumberland County Schools in Fayetteville, North Carolina. I coordinate the ESL program for the district that has 87 schools, and we have programs in 87 schools. So even though that keeps me very busy, I still find every waking moment I can to continue to be that teacher, if not for students, then for other teachers. Hence my pictures here as a mentor, as a presenter. I presented for multiple years for the State Department, for North Carolina DPI. And I've also traveled internationally as well as nationally to provide professional development to teachers, educators, community leaders on topics related to language development and working with students from other language backgrounds. And finally, academically, professionally, what I want to share with you, I am also an online instructor. I teach with the University of North Carolina at Wilmington, where I am one of the teacher trainers, and I provide different instructional programs and courses for the undergrad and master's degree programs. Over here on the other side of my screen are just a few visuals that represent what I do in my very, very limited free time. As working in education, who has the free time, right? But anyway, one day I will have a bit more time on my hands to explore these a little bit more. But something very few people know about me, because I don't practice this currently. It's just something that I gave up to other passions. I have a musical instrument up here at the top. It's a French horn. When I lived in Spain, I actually moved to playing the French horn. But from the age of 11, I've been a musician. various brass instruments, wind instruments, many different instruments. And in fact, before coming to the United States in 1999, I was a semi-professional orchestral musician. It really did take a big part of my life, and I decided that when I came to the States that I wanted to go back to college and study, and so I gave up music. It has been in my life since I was a child. It's something that I do think I will return to once more, but right now I'm trying to infuse that desire to learn music in my son, and he's taking piano lessons right now. I also have a vision about languages. I explain my family is multicultural and multilingual here in the United States, but I also just love language. I love sitting and listening to people talk. I love to listen to their accents, the way they use language in general. And a world traveler. I've traveled maybe more than some people, but by far not to tons of places. But I just have this inbuilt desire to learn more, to know more, to visit places, and just fascinates me, the different countries and just the opportunities that are beyond one's own location. And so that sort of matches with the magnifying glass down here. It couples my desire to travel, also couples with my desire to discover. And really, as I provide trainings like this one today, the reason I am here is because for me, this training was a discovery. It was a journey of how to help other educators use digital tools and technology with their students who are learning language. And so this sort of is my synopsis of who I am. I am delighted to be with you today. And hey, I'm sure we'll have some things in common, and I'm just as curious to find out all about you. Thank you for listening.